Welcome back to another episode of the Jam Pod.
Jam.
Today we are going to be talking about managing stress. This was actually another topic that when we threw up the poll on Instagram, somebody dropped it in the box and they were like, "Oh, hello."
Sorry, I'm struggling right now. Thank God I was
Andrea's
wearing
camera
pants.
just fell and we got a nice crotch shot. So go over to YouTube and I'm not editing that out.
Thank God I had pants on.
Well, and I don't. So I'm glad that my camera is in my laptop.
Mm.
I better not drop it.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm wearing a fashionable nightgown.
You are.
Earthquake in Virginia.
Nice.
It's an earthquake in Virginia right now.
Where?
I'm just kidding.
Just kidding. So this was something that was requested, and so we're going to talk about that today. But before we do that, I need to share something. So, the wedding's coming up. It's like 3 weeks away from today. And so my ring finally came in. Ladies, I am obsessed.
Is it on? Is it on?
It looks, I wore it for the entire night. I told Kevin, I said, "Can I please wear it for tonight?" He said, "No, you need to put it in the box." I said, "Kevin, it's my engagement ring. Why should I be penalized that I can't wear my engagement ring just because I had to put an enhancer on it?"
Exactly.
He said, "You should have got a band."
Ooh.
I said, "Please, it's just so pretty." And he saw how giddy I was. It is gorgeous.
And he's like, fine.
So then we come home and we we go out for a little bit and I'm just like, "Oh, my hand's so heavy." And I'm just making comments the whole time and I'm just gawking at it. And he's catching me looking at it. He's like, "You really love it, don't you?" I'm like, "You have no idea." And I just kept kissing him. And I was so giddy. So we come home and then we're sitting on the couch and I'm just like, "Kevin, why can't I just wear it? I don't understand. Why can't I just have this?" He said, "Jennifer, I am not contributing to anything of this wedding. You are planning it. I don't have a vision. I don't have anything. Please let me have this one thing."
Oh.
And I'm like, "Well, shit."
Mm.
And I was like, "Well, here, just take it." And he goes, "No, you can have it until tomorrow morning."
Like you're on punishment.
Is it on your hand right now?
No, this was Wednesday or Tuesday.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, I want to see it.
No, but he specifically told me, he's like, "You are not allowed to take pictures. You are not allowed to send them to anybody," because he knows how I am. He's like, "You are not allowed to show anybody this ring until it's actually, on your finger." But it is just so pretty. And I'm just so ready for 11/11 to get here. And I'm just so giddy about it.
I can't wait either.
Yeah, I just can't wait.
So excited.
I'm excited.
I was never a wedding person until it was because I, being divorced and everything, I called weddings funerals because I'm like, this is just a bunch of BS. But then whenever I found the man of my dreams, it was all different. And I just absolutely love them now. And I have to tell y'all a quick story. This isn't about managing stress, but, we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary.
I
know. You didn't know, Andrea.
When's
about 1 year.
I love the cake that you did for him too.
Andrea, I'm gonna give you shit till the day you die.
Why didn't he get a piece of his own cake? What happened there?
Well, so it was smaller than our tiered cake. And
was it at the wedding?
Yeah, it was right there.
I'll have to look at the pictures. I don't recall it.
It had West Virginia, and it had a little easel on it because it was just his. And so he never got a piece of it. It was just smaller and it was chocolate. So I think, the kids wanted it or whomever. It just never got around to either him or I.
Well, that's fucked up.
I know. And so
I would have been pissed. I would have been pissed. That would have been money off my caterer because you can't cut the cake appropriately and give me a slice. When we had ours, we had 3 different flavors, and you bet your ass we had slices of each.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, we still have, we brought a bunch of the original cake home. and we still have the topper for the actual, anniversary date.
Hmm.
But I don't know where I was going with this story,
The groom
but
The
the
groom's
groom's
cake.
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 Well, she brought it, she brought it yesterday,
Oh,
and
I changed. No, wait, I'm sorry. I changed gears. You're coming up on your 1 year anniversary, and then I changed gears with the groom cake.
Yep.
yeah, yeah, we are. And I really don't know where I was going with it. But anyway, we're coming up on the 1 year anniversary. Matt didn't get a cake. I got him a cake last night. Our girl brought it over. And she wasn't there at the wedding. She was at the wedding, but she didn't stay for the cake cutting because they were leaving to go on vacation. So we had just had the wedding planner cutting it. It was really a shit show as far
Another
as the
person that didn't plan their vacation appropriately.
right, right, exactly. So anyway, I
Damn
just love
people.
weddings now. I love because I love seeing like how people plan it and
Yeah.
how, all of that because
And
I
they're all
didn't
so
think
different.
they
Hmm.
are,
Yeah.
I didn't think that I was much of a wedding planner, but I could get into that, because having a wedding planner myself, that just took away all of my stress. And I paid good money for her. And Matt said that was the best thing that we could have ever done was gotten a wedding planner.
Hmm.
So whatever you need for that day, I can help you.
I
We
need
got you.
music.
Well,
Okay.
okay, we just need to figure out a Spotify playlist or something like that and then put it in if you want to
Yeah.
start putting music in.
Ooh,
But yeah.
I might have some of my dinner Spotify still,
I'm into
like
this
dinner music.
mode. I'm into this mode now where I'm thinking like, oh, maybe I need to like decorate the table. Do I?
Hmm.
Are you having one big
It's
table
just
or are
a
you
well, I
having
mean, it's just a big wooden table. I don't know how
Oh
many folks can
yeah.
sit there, but I figure that would be where we sit, and then the kids. I think at the island there's stools, so I was gonna like put the kids there,
um use your bouquet as the table
like a
decoration?
centerpiece type thing, yeah.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
I did get like little like vases with like that match my dress of like flowers. I didn't get a lot. I got like 2 big ones and I think 4 small ones.
Oh yeah.
Um, but like I said, we're gonna have so much stuff to take that I don't want to take
Yeah.
a lot of other stuff.
Mhm.
And I hope you guys like chili. I think I'm making chili.
Mm,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's easy.
So I
yummy.
think
It's
I'm
awesome.
making like a chili charcuterie board.
Oh,
Oh, that's awesome.
So
okay.
like a big thing of chili in the crock pot.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Um, maybe some hot dogs in case anybody wants a chili hot dog.
Sure.
Maybe some Fritos because some people like Fritos
Oh
with their
yeah.
chili.
Cheese.
Cheese
Cheese, jalapenos,
and
sour
sour
cream,
cream. Mhm.
crackers, like
Cornbread.
crusty bread,
A chili,
cornbread.
you're just having a chili bar. This is the most fantastic wedding I
Because
have yet to bite to.
I'm just like, I'm like, Kevin, I hate spaghetti. I always get sick. Kaden hates
Mhm.
it. My
Mhm.
mom doesn't like it. My dad doesn't eat many carbs. And I'm like, and it's like winter. Why are we overcomplicating this? Like, let's just make a huge thing of chili. And so I
Yeah.
think that's what we're gonna do. And then I'm just gonna turn it like I'll have like a regular charcuterie board,
Mhm.
Mhm.
but just to kind of like snack on throughout the day. But then I think we're gonna do a chili
I think that's an
charcuterie board.
excellent idea. An excellent idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
I
love
really feel
that.
good about that decision.
Mhm. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's awesome.
All
So
right.
the well that I
So
mean,
let's manage stress. I mean, that
yeah,
sounds like you've been managing your stress about the big
exactly.
things.
Well, that's
Like
just it.
it's over.
I don't feel like I have that much stress with this. Like I'm just like before we found the venue, yes,
Mhm.
I had tons of stress.
Mhm.
Before we decided, you know, did we want to go away?
What
Did we
you're
want to
gonna
find a
wear?
venue? I didn't even stress out about the dress, really. It was more of like the through this whole process, it was more of there's 17 of us.
Mhm.
Like I know y'all aren't staying with us, but there's 17 of us. And so
Mhm.
we needed a place that would accommodate that many people and give us something to do with pretty views.
Mm,
Right. And
Yeah.
so it felt like every place that we looked at was either great views, right? But then
Mhm.
somebody would have to sleep in the living room.
yeah.
Right.
Well, I
Right.
wake up early and I'm not going to be,
Mm-mm.
sequestered to my bedroom. because a kid's sleeping out there. I wanted
Right.
everybody to have like their own space.
Yep.
Mhm.
And this house just had it all. So I think that over this, I know a lot of brides can become like bridezilla.
Yeah.
And I'm just like my mom's constantly like, well, aren't you having decorations? And I'm like, no, I'm paying over $5,000 for this house.
That's
It
the
is the
decoration.
decoration,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
The only other thing that I'm wondering is like a cake. So Publix actually makes like wedding cakes.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yep.
gonna call the Publix there and tell them like,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, I can't come in, but I went to my Publix and saw this cake in the catalog. Can you make this cake?"
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then I'll
We
just
can
Yeah,
pick it
go
up.
just
pick.
tell them that, and
Yeah, and then we can pick it up.
Yeah.
Or I
Is
can
it like
send
a?
y'all to pick it up.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'll send you a picture of it. It's like a 3-tier. It's
Mm-hmm.
a pretty like it's kind of like bohemian style. It's baby pink. Like it matches the my dress and like the color theme perfectly.
Oh,
mhm.
good. Yeah, I
I
would do
love
that
Publix
totally.
cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally do that, and then we'll pick it up or however it needs to be, and then we can set it up and
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Do we, when you're in this time and everything, how do you manage stress with work
Mm.
and then doing everything? Because I know I was trying to plan an event at work and do other stuff at work this time last year, and it was a little bit stressful because I was
Mhm.
worrying about things. So how do you manage that stress with work and planning the wedding at the same time?
Well, I think also like yours was at a venue,
We had a planner.
you had caterers, you had
Yeah.
folks coming in, right?
Mhm.
This is literally a small intimate wedding with like 6 of us. It's
Yeah.
the kids and us, right?
Yeah.
My parents, his mom, and y'all 4.
Yeah.
So it's very small and intimate. My dad became an officiant so that he could officiate it,
Mhm.
right? And so I think that in itself has removed all of the stress. I mean,
Mhm.
Mhm.
work is always stressful. Um, and this actually gives me something to look forward to because I'm
Yeah.
literally counting down the days and I'm just like, oh my God, I get like 5 days off of work.
Mhm. Mhm.
Well, right,
That's what I like.
you're taking a few days off before and then after,
No,
right? Oh.
no. Well, I mean, well, yes, because we're my last day of work is November 8th because we get the house on the 9th.
Right.
So we'll
Mhm.
be there Thursday, Friday, get married on Saturday, and we'll be there Sunday, and then we come home on
Monday.
Monday.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, yeah. Um, and then, we just have like a lot of things that we're looking forward to. So we have
Mhm.
that. And then the following weekend, we're going to a Penguins game in Raleigh and we're
Mm.
taking Gabe and we got really good seats. So like that's something to look forward to. And then
Mhm.
Nice.
Thanksgiving is the next week. So I'm really trying to focus on the things that are coming up that are fun because
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
I said, work is just always that's like a constant stress in my life.
Mhm.
But I will say having been going to the gym, like I'm super proud of myself.
Yes.
Last week and this week, I've been to the gym 5 days
That's
a
amazing.
week.
Mm.
Mhm.
It's really helped with me like, being bored with like the at home stuff.
Yeah.
Um I don't know, just being around, seeing other people doing the same thing that I'm doing,
Mhm.
gives me that extra motivation because I will admit, like I've been doing the elliptical and the treadmill and I hit that wall. Like I'm just like, oh, I'm
Mm.
so over this. I just want to stop. But then I look around or I bring up on my phone like this picture that I wanna get back to of me, like, last year, and I just, like,
Mhm.
let it sit on my phone screen, just as, like,
Yeah.
a constant reminder that that's why I'm there.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Plus, with my job, I'm on the phone all day, so I have to move my body, but
Yep.
Mhm.
that working out first thing in the morning has really helped
Mhm.
with my patience this week.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, and for me and my job, it's almost the exact opposite. I don't really have a lot of stress. I have meetings that I have to attend, but the past 2 weeks, getting up early and getting my workout in before, it doesn't make me, it helps me to not worry about it throughout the day. Like, when am I going to get it in? this and that and the other. So I'm trying to change my habits as if I am going to work. So I'm getting up early,
Hmm.
again, doing my morning routine, getting things done, and then I'm finished with even breakfast by 8 a.m. so I can start
Mhm.
working. So that's alleviated some of my personal stress with my health and wellness,
Mhm.
because I don't, like I said, I don't really have a lot of stress with work. So
Yeah.
I've just been managing mine to changing my habits a little bit at a time. Like I've been really honing in on my skincare lately and things like that. So I'm just trying to make these little habits every day, stick. And so that helps me manage stress.
Mhm.
Yep. I've been doing the same thing. So, I started our last conversation. I said I was going to drink my chais, and I've
Mhm.
had it every day this week. Even though it's not a full scoop, I'm not back up to a full scoop yet.
Yeah.
But, just that little bit of building that
Routine.
routine again. And
Mhm.
even though I'm not like going right away and working out, um, I did start journaling a couple of days ago
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
So I started a few days of just the energize, and now I've added back in the journaling. And
Mhm.
I just kind of, I was really, really overwhelmed on like Wednesday, just so much going on. I actually stayed home from work and worked from home because I was just like, I just needed
Yeah.
that mental break, that separation.
Mhm.
And, Thursday I was like, oh, I was still feeling it a little bit. But then come yesterday, I was like, you know what? Like, I went back to my routine of when I got into work. I wrote down every single thing I needed to do. And guess what? I completed about 95% of that list.
Mhm.
Wow.
I was
That's
like,
great.
this is, just because I just kind of went in and I just had a different mindset about the day and I didn't feel overwhelmed at all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't complete everything,
Mhm.
I kind
95%
of
is a lot.
Yeah, it
I
is.
kind of knew, I knew that like that was something I could, push off a little bit more,
Mhm.
but um I'm not overwhelmed of the fact that I didn't finish it either.
Yeah.
So do
So,
you ladies ever get to the position where, you have it may not even be now, but at some point you have so much stress in your life and it actually paralyzes you and
Yep.
you're just like,
oh yeah.
I don't even know where to start. So how do
Mhm.
Hmm.
you kind of work through that?
Oh, usually I just say fuck it and give up and go to bed, but
Yeah.
start
Mhm.
again. That
Mhm.
was old me. That was like the old me would just be like, fuck this. Um, but I think now it's just separating myself. Like I think Wednesday was a good turning point for me was just because I took that separation. See, like what the course of my week was like Tuesday we had an event at work which I had to plan and do. So basically it was a whole wash. I didn't get any work done.
Right.
Mhm.
So that leads to the overwhelm on Wednesday. And I think, that was my turning point was just making the decision to stay home and um just, even though I didn't get that much accomplished on Wednesday, just having the separation to kind of
Mhm.
not have to deal with talking to people to be like, oh, well, how come you weren't here yesterday? Because I can go to two different offices and just,
Mhm.
I'm just over that. Like, no, we had an event, like, like, that's it. We
Yeah.
had a staff
Yeah.
meeting. Like,
Yeah.
everybody's like, oh, you're over partying. I'm like, yeah, it does include food, but like, it's not a party. Like, I don't get any work done.
Right.
Yeah.
So please
Yeah.
stop telling me that I'm partying all the time
Right.
and, because
Right.
somehow I still manage to get my work done, but not when I'm trying to, be the one holding it all together.
Right.
Right.
I know I've implemented a no meeting Friday.
Mm,
Yeah.
I don't do the whole day, but it starts from 12:30 and until like 4 or 5. I try to log off at like 4 or sometimes
mhm,
3:30 on Fridays because I
Mhm.
do put in a lot of hours throughout the rest of the week. But if I get a meeting invite during those times on Fridays, I decline it. This week, it didn't really work out that well because I had presentations I had to do on Wednesday and Thursday. So that kind of screwed up my schedule. But for the most part, I do not schedule any calls during that time on Friday, and it allows me to, like, really wrap up loose
mhm,
ends before I head into the weekend, and I'm
Mhm.
finding that it's really helping me, like, reduce my anxiety. Like, I
mhm.
Mhm.
still have stuff to do usually on the weekends, but if I don't get it done, it's not like the end of the world.
Right.
I just do it
Yep.
first thing on Monday.
Yep.
Right.
That's really helpful too. Like, so if you're in a position where you can implement something like that, and it doesn't have to be on Friday, maybe it's Monday mornings or whatever. But I
Mhm.
think
Just
setting
to give you
your,
focus time.
yeah, because a lot of times, like, depending on what your job is, like for me, I'm in constant meetings. There's no time to actually get the work done. And so that's where I'm like either doing stuff on the weekends or doing things after hours or logging on early or, and I'm really trying to get into the habit too. Like if I have blocks of time throughout my day, I'll schedule like a recharge block.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I'll
Mhm.
literally put on my calendar, recharge, do not reschedule over this, because you have to have that separation. Like you said, Andrea, you have to have the ability to walk away from your desk,
Oh yeah.
take a
Mhm.
breather, recharge, get some food, get some water, go outside, whatever. Because if you're just sitting at your desk all day, you're
Yeah.
Yeah.
like some people, whenever I would go into the office, I would never see them leave their desk. They would
Mhm.
work at their desk, they would eat at their desk. Like, I'm just like, I need to like step away and breathe.
And that's one thing I love about working from home is because I do have a cell phone on me. So I just carry my cell phone on me throughout the house. And if, so that way I'm not tied to my computer all day.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So if I'm in the kitchen, making lunch or breakfast or whatever, and, maybe I need to do a load of laundry because when you work from home, you have that luxury that you
Yeah.
can do those things if you're not tied to your desk all day. And
Mhm.
so that's a little bit of a stress reliever for me is knowing that I don't have to sit at my desk all day and knowing that I can go, do other tasks. Or if I want to work in the living room from my phone, I can do that, just a change of scenery, things
Mhm.
like that. So that really helps me to break up the day and kind of alleviate a little bit of because I get antsy for sitting still,
Mhm.
as you all can't tell. I'm just sitting back and forth like this
Yeah,
all
you
the
look like
time.
Rain Man.
Yeah, yeah. So I can't sit still. And
Mhm.
so
Well,
that's
if you don't have any like specific thing to do at the moment, why do you have to continue sitting at
right.
your desk?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
And that
it's just like if you were in the office, like I need to get up and get a drink. I need to
Yeah.
go to the bathroom. I need to go get lunch. I
yeah.
need, just,
Yep.
that's
Mhm.
I feel like I'm more productive at home because when I go into work, it's more about dealing with the office bullshit and the
Mhm.
drama going on around me. Even though I'm a one-man show in my team where my office is, like sometimes my boss is there, sometimes he's not. I
Mhm.
still have coworkers that pop in to say hi and want to
Yeah.
shoot the shit, and I don't care.
I know.
I
I'm the same way. I'm just like, do I have to go into this office and like smack a fake smile on my face and
Right.
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
when I go in the office, I purposely go in super early. That way I'm already at my desk. And my
So
desk is
yeah.
kind of like out of sight, out of mind.
Mm,
And then I always leave during like I don't leave it on the hour or at the bottom of the hour. I leave like in between. That way I don't have to find anybody either.
mhm.
Mm. So what else, like, let's say, that you've got stuff going on at home, what kind of stress relievers can we do, with our home life? You know,
I think here's what I think. And maybe this is just me, but I don't think it is. I think when it comes to personal work, home life balance or stress management,
mhm.
I feel like women especially feel like they have to do it all.
Yep.
Mhm.
And so this is your permission that you can ask for help. I'm not very good at asking for help. And so it took me years to be able to be like, hey, I'm not the only person in this house. There's four of us now since, Gabe's at school. But if I have the boys over the weekend, you're not doing anything until this house is cleaned up. And why should I be the only person who's cleaning it? We all live here.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So divvy up like your chores, ask for help. If I'm feeling really overwhelmed, I'll ask Kevin, like the Halloween decorations have been out for like a week now. And I'm like, I need you to put up these Halloween decorations while I'm
Mm,
working today because these boxes need to move.
Mhm.
And so, he did that. but I do think that oftentimes we feel like we have to make the kids lunches. We have to get them off to school. We have to make our food and do our work. We have to come home and cook and clean and all of these things. Kevin and I have this really great thing where like if one of us cooks, the other one cleans up.
Mhm.
We take turns.
Yeah.
If the boys are here, then they clean up, and so it's just really, I think, communication, asking for your partner for help, and don't think
Mhm.
that you have to do it all.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think that
and
was another thing too for me last week is I totally purged my closet
mhm.
and I
Mhm.
was, got rid of some clothes that I'm like, I haven't touched.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I gonna, I have those clothes where I'm like, if I really lose the weight, these will fit again. And I'm like, you know what? They're gonna be fucking moth ridden and falling apart by the time I go to put them back on. So guess what? They went in the
I
bag.
Mhm.
I have
So,
I've been doing a lot of organizing, like, and because I get overwhelmed looking at the big picture.
mhm.
So, I've been banished to the laundry room to partake in my extracurricular activities because it's getting cold now. And so so I have to go to the laundry room, and the laundry room was just out of control. Like, it wasn't organized. It was just he had tools and other stuff, and then the cat's boxes
So
back
it really
there
wasn't a
and
laundry room. It was like a multi-purpose
A
room.
a
catch all.
catch-all, a
Yeah.
Yep.
catch-all. So I decided to order a, like, organizing rack, and I got all that. So I've been doing it piece by piece, and I've not been overwhelming myself to get it all done in one day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, I'm just doing it a little bit at a time, and I've noticed that I've been doing that in other areas of the house as well, because, like I said, I get so overwhelmed by thinking that I have to tackle one room all in one day.
Mhm.
Yep.
And I'm just doing a little bit at a time. Like, I had two drawers in my entertainment center that were full of three, like, candles that were just had this much wax left in them,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I saved them all. And I'm like, why am I saving these? So I just took them out and threw them in the trash the other day. And that felt so good because I got rid of
Yeah.
something. And so that's my giveaway for this episode, is that you don't have to do it all at one time. Just do a little bit at a time, and don't overwhelm yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because that has
Exactly.
really helped me the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, and we've been talking a lot about that in the wellness community. So if you want to hop in there, I'll put the link below in the notes.
Mhm.
But it's been really great. We've been talking about decluttering. This week
Mhm.
we talked a lot about morning routine and
Mhm.
establishing just
Mhm.
even if it's like a 5-minute routine where you wake up and you practice gratitude. We're talking about, doing that maybe in silence. I know that we're always on our phone, we're always on the go.
Mhm.
If we're outside walking, how often do you listen to like a podcast or music? Like,
Mhm.
when are you just alone in your thoughts? I mean, hell,
Mhm.
you go to
Yeah.
the bathroom, you take your phone,
Yep.
you
Mhm.
know? And so
Mhm.
you're never just alone with your thoughts. And so we've really been talking about that this week.
Yep.
Setting your intention for the day, which I love, Mel, how you were like, I don't have to do it all. No,
Mhm.
like on your
Mhm.
to-do list, instead of saying clean house, clean kitchen,
Yeah.
mop the
Yeah.
floor,
Just one room,
Yeah.
one
dust,
thing.
Sweep.
whatever.
Yeah. Just one
Because
thing.
that way, as you check those things off, you're going to feel so much more productive
Mhm. Mhm.
instead of getting at the end of your day and being like, well, shit, I cleaned the downstairs, but the upstairs is a
Right.
Mhm.
hurricane, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'll put the link, to the wellness community. We're getting ready for our November theme that will start on, I have to look at a calendar, November 1st, which is a Wednesday. Um, but we're all talking about, just being thankful for the small things in our life with that, which I think is really
Mhm.
great because,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving and all. So I'll
Mhm.
put that below. Um, any last thoughts?
Just don't overwhelm yourself.
Yep.
One step
One
at a
one thing at
time.
a time.
One thing at
Yep.
a time. Yep.
Yep. All
All
right.
right.
Mhm.
Well, make sure that you like, subscribe. If you have any tips of your own, feel free to drop those down in the comments. If you're listening to this on Spotify or any podcast platform, come over to Instagram and let us know your thoughts. If you're watching this on YouTube, drop them below.
and tell us
All
how
right.
pretty we are.
Yeah. Love you, ladies.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.